What's up, YouTube? What's up, Twitch? Time for some Apex Legends. Oh shit! I hope my stand isn't starting to droop more. Oh. Oh, my screen's not down, so this might be about the same. It might be starting to slowly bend forward. I'll have to just deal with that later, I guess. But yeah, what's up? Hopefully everyone's having a good day. I was kind of pissed off at the doctor, and then I thought like they're just adamant about not even figuring out if it could be like a spinal thing or herniated disc, and they're just like, oh, it has to be muscular. I'll send you to spend some physiotherapy. But apparently someone just told me on Reddit and made me feel much better. Apparently physiotherapy can help herniated discs, and you don't need an MRI to diagnose it. So I might actually be okay. So it's kind of being grumpy for nothing, but it's understandable that I'm grumpy because I'm in pain, getting frustrated. So I'm selling some LCD panels, old panels. I was going to replace in some laptops many years ago when the laptops are long gone. I never did end up replacing. I can't remember why I have the smaller one, but I know the widescreen one, I got it because I had a NVIDIA 3D Vision laptop with 120 hertz screen, and it was glossy, and I really wanted a matte version, and I ordered something that it looked like it was the 120 hertz version, but it ended up only being 60 hertz. So I didn't really want to get rid of my ability to use 3D Vision just so I'd have less glare. So give this guy some model numbers. We got LP141WX1, LP1WX1 for the smaller one. We're both LG. LP156 WH2, the bigger, wider one. It's in the pictures, and he could have easily found that out for himself, but he wanted me to confirm it. No offense, he's annoying. It's in the fucking pictures, man. I'm pretty sure, unless like one of them's like blurry and you can't really read it, but some people are better at like figuring out from like blurry, shitty photos than others what like rating says and whatnot. I'm pretty good at that. I'll admit, like I can see, like I can make a really good guess, and most of the time I'm right. And same with like listening, like on the drive-through on the headset. Not all the time. There are situations where like I had no clue what they were saying. Other people was like, "Oh yeah, this is what they're saying," but a lot of the time it was the other way around, where they're like, "I have no idea what they're saying." It's like, come on, they're saying this. You got to listen. Listen, Linda. Listen. I can't believe no one at work knew that meme. This meme was like a little kid arguing with his mom or something, and he's like, "Listen, Linda." I'm gonna look it up real quick. It's hilarious. Listen, Linda. I think it's Linda. Yeah. This shit's gold. I don't know how people at work haven't heard this. It's fucking viral.
Okay.
I can't hear it. Oh shit, you can't see it. Sorry, hold on. Let's go back to the start.
Listen to me. Like I do this all the time, and if I go out at the house with the door, Matthew has his toys, and then Matthew has all choice.
Okay, but I have to yell at you guys.
Okay, Linda,
Be-
listen.
listen,
Linda, listen.
Okay, what?
Like everything they do at this house, you can't trust everything at Grandma's house.
Okay,
Okay, then what?
then you're not listening to me.
Then you're not listening to me.
I asked you not to do something.
Linda, but listen to me. Look at, if we do something, if you get that bird thing off, you're gonna break it.
Okay, but I'm letting you know
But
that you cannot. No,
Lick it.
You're not listening to me.
Linda,
Listen to me now. Listen to me now.
Listen to
No,
me.
you're not listening. I said no cupcakes, and you try to get cupcakes, and you try to ask Grandma.
Linda,
Didn't you?
Linda, lick it. If we do something without this, if we get Clorox, you can't even get them. They're gonna burn your butt.
What's gonna burn your butt? You and Kevin don't listen, so I have to give both of you guys pop-pows in your butt.
But Linda, Grandpa's gonna give you peppers in the butt.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
I have to. You don't want me to hit Kevin, or you don't want me to spank you?
No.
Why?
Because anybody wants to spank me.
Then I have to spank Kevin.
But he's my little papa.
He's your little pop-ups, but he doesn't listen.
But Linda, honey, look at this. Right now, they can't do anything if we can't get everything out of the wall. If we're gonna break everything down.
I'm not breaking anything down. I'm just letting you know
Linda,
you cannot have cupcakes for dinner.
Linda, like this thing, I never belong to you. Anything, they can't get anything and anything.
I'm done arguing with you.
I'm not arguing with you.
You need to listen to the things that I say because I'm the mom and I'm the adult.
Listen to me. All the time they get them this thing, but they can't get
I'm
this.
done arguing with you.
Linda, I'm done arguing with you. And there's even a tiny Miss Rabbit. Boats! Get your boats here!
Yes, that is just one of my many jobs.
This looks just like Pirate Island. And there are some pirates.
Sorry about that goddamn autoplay on YouTube there. Hilarious video. Hopefully anyone watching enjoyed. Sorry, while that was playing, I've just been going through my closet. I gotta get some boxes out. They're packing. Some of these boxes I'm not gonna pack up my stuff into, but ooh, what do we got here? Got some Dragon Balls. Actually gave some of them away to friends. Never got them back. They didn't really turn out to be the greatest of friends, but I still got 4 of them. I actually want to get some full-sized ones. These are miniatures. Who did I give the 4-star to? What the fuck? I only got 1, 3, 5, and 7. Weird. Yeah, what's up? How's it going? How was that video? Did you enjoy it? I ended up selling this. I don't think I'll need it. My PlayStation camera. I got the one with the VR kit. Might end up selling my PSVR kit now that I got Oculus Quest for the PC. Yeah, what I'm trying to get to in my closet of boxes here is the box from my deep fryer, which I spent today cleaning. It was a pain in the ass. I had to take a fork to the basket, but it's almost fucking spotless. I did a great job on it. I'll show you. Like, there's these still some crud in some spots, but like there's parts where like the mesh is like nice and spread out here, easy to clean, and then up like here where it gets all starts to fold into each other. That was a pain in the ass. I had to take a fork and literally scratch it all off, and it's almost pretty spotless in a lot of spots, but definitely far from perfect. But damn, I did a good job. I'm proud. That all clean. I got a box for it. Got the juice container full of the dirty oil. Yum. Anyone thirsty? Some fresh oil for when I move in. I don't know if or when I'm going to use it. I would like to get a air fryer where you put like a spoonful of oil in. It's a lot better for you and easier to clean as far as I know. What we got? Boxes in here. This is my old box for my let's say what I'm pretty sure it's for my Bluetooth speaker. Got a really good deal on it, the SRS XB20 or whatever. Too much junk. If I have more space for all my junk. Got a box for my knife set. I might as well stick my knives in here when I transport them. It's a really nice set. It's nothing fancy. I find it works really well. I got a couple piles going on. I got a pile over here. With that, I'm going to actually take the stuff and put it in the box. Another pile over there, where it's just I need to pack up the boxes. I don't need to put anything in them. And it looks like I'm not even gonna put the box for the deep fryer. I'm pretty sure it has other boxes inside it, and it's got all this other stuff in front of the box. Like we got butane lighter refill. I got some spray for my shoes. I wish I didn't get that. It's a hydrophobic coating. It's really bad. I was kind of being ignorant, just hoping, not even looking into like if it was toxic and bad for the chemicals, but it eventually wears off and like the water will eventually wash it off and it'll go into the environment. It's really bad. And I got a canned air and like oil for my bike and just a whole bunch of junk there. Box and deep fryers at the very back, unfortunately. I don't know if you can tell, I cut my hair today. Nice and short for the summer. Once the hairdressers open up again, I would like to get an actual decent haircut. Like leave it longer on the front so I don't look like a recovering cancer patient. Okay, I think it's time for Apex Legends. What do you think, Jasper? What do you think, Jasper? Are we getting ready to lay down on that comfy pillow? Alright. So I haven't played any Apex today. It's already 8 o'clock. I don't know how many challenges I can get done by the end of the day. 2 knock. Oh, this should be it's pretty easy. Wraith trying to get 2 knockdowns. Only do some ranked, try and work my way up to platinum. I'm very close now. Not even gonna bother with diamond. I really want like the dive trails, but like a couple seasons ago, I think you could get one in diamond. So like I might have had a chance to get a skydive trail, but now they're season long dive trails. I made them temporary. Right. I like how they show the bundle. It looks like he has the guns on his back. Oh shit! Sorry, you can't see what I'm looking at. Whoops! I did have a little bit of wine. I might have some more. I want to drink the rest of this bottle before it gets all gross like the last bottle. I don't really have enough for like one big full glass, and then maybe a little bit extra, like 2 medium-sized glasses. God, I woke up to the stupidest shit this morning. Let's just bring it up again and see if he deleted the tweet because it's so fucking stupid. Probably not. What a piece of shit. He did delete it. Wow. Well, it's there in a video, so yeah, you can delete your tweets all you want, buddy, but it's there entombed in the internet for all time. So I woke up, let's show you what I'm looking at here. Woke up this morning, and this guy, like, I used to be friends with him, grew up on the same street, and he's a fucking thief and swindler and just an overall piece of shit human being. And so he like tweeted, he's like, "Oh, Justin, you gotta be more creative with your names. Like you're better than that." And I'm just like, "What?" And the current name that I'm using for a throwaway so that I can comment on his tweets is, I thought it was pretty creative. Maybe he's talking about Victim Saver. I don't know. But I'm thinking like the handle, it's like Stimpy So, Thiefy So is what it would have been, but I ran out of characters. When we were younger, I was always like, oh, if you were like Italian, your name could be like Travissimo Stimpy So. I'd be like, Travissimo Stimpy So. And I like came up with that, and he liked it, and I think he made like an email out of it, like Stimpiso at like hotmail.com or something. So this is really fucking weird for him to tell me that I'm to be more creative when it's something I was being creative with something that I came up with that you pretty much stole from me. Not the kind of guy to give me credit. And then he said something about like, oh, like it's really interesting seeing you try to buy wireless routers, groundbreaking stuff. And I'm just like, what? So is he trying to insult me and say I can't even buy a wireless router? I'm just trying to buy one. And I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Wireless router? I have not been looking at I've been looking at a few pieces of technology, but I've had my wireless router for 3 years and I haven't tried to buy a new one. I haven't tried to buy. I just buy it. Like there's no try, only do. I just don't understand. So like I just like reamed him a whole new one with this really weird and pathetic tweet. He obviously deleted it, but I was like, wireless router? I haven't bought one for 3 years. Are you going through my 3-year-old videos? I'm like, wow. What a guy. He's doing this chef life stuff. Like, he's not a chef. Like, he had a video. I think he might have deleted it. Where he's like, oh no, it's still there. He's cooking raw meat. I'm not even gonna watch the whole video, but he touches the steak or whatever it is with one hand, and then he's rubbing in some salt, pepper, spice thing. I don't know what it is. Rubbing it in, and using one hand, and then he's like he's rubbing it in and putting his hand back in the jar, and after touching the meat, but then he takes that same hand and flips the meat, and then he's like, oh, now that I touched the meat, I have to use my other hand. I can't put it in the jar. But he touched his meat when he rubbed it. He acted like rubbing it isn't touching it, but flipping it is. It's just like, what? And he takes his dirty raw meat hand that he switches because he thought for some reason he couldn't use it, and he just grabs the bottom of the jar. And I have a strong feeling that he just probably put the lid on that later and did not wash it. And he works in a kitchen, and he's the kind of guy who fucks with people's food. Like, I don't think he did it personally, but he might have even came up with the idea, and he knew about it, and he just waited for me to drink it. But it was when we were in college. Him and his friend, he watched his friend. I hope he didn't like see his dick, but anyway, his buddy like pissed in my apple juice, and they put it back in the fridge and hoped that I would drink it. But they were really fucking stupid because I had two things of apple juice in there, and the one that was open looked fucked up. It was not the right color. So yeah, he's the kind of guy who like fucks with people's food. He's the kind of guy who can't comprehend keeping one hand dirty after touching raw meat and not touching anything else. He's just touching fucking everything and switching hands. But yes, chef life, culinary king. Yes, okay. And if you go to his Facebook, like, I don't know if he posts other things just to friends only, but like he posted something about, I don't know what it was, and like people started talking about it. It's like, oh yeah, you know that metal grill thing to put on fires that's in his video that I was just like talking about there. But I'm not gonna watch the whole video. It's like, you didn't fucking clean it. It's disgusting. And he's just like, oh, that's easy. I just need to like heat it up again using my charcoal brick. I'm like just thinking like, well, yeah, that's great that you can clean it and you got this great brick for cleaning it, but your buddies wanted to use it and you just left it there. It's gross. But that seems like typical Travis. Not surprised. So anyways, yeah, I don't know if he's watching right now. I am not buying any wireless routers, so you know. If you want me to explain to you what a wireless router is, I could do that. I know I used to be like your tech support guy, like, and you bought like my old computer from me once, and probably come to me with any technological questions you had if we were still friends. But yeah, I think you know what a wireless router is, so like, you can put a little bit more effort into your trash talking there. Oh, and he also had the hysterical laughing emoji, which is just like, I don't understand. Like, people, like, they put these like really mean, toxic comments, and you can tell the difference between like looking at someone calling someone out for their shit and someone just like this weird sadistic insult followed by like a hysterical laughing emoji. Like, if you think someone's a horrible person, or like you maybe should feel sorry for them, you don't follow it up with a hysterical laughing emoji. It's just fucking weird. Or emoticon, because he's too old school to use an emoji. But anyway. Oh, there's something I want to check real quick before I hop into a match. Just got some Amazon purchases I'm waiting on, and I just want to make sure I didn't get charged extra. It's really stupid on my phone because it won't show me like the entire, here you go, order details, and it will tell me the cost. Yeah, that looks about right. the cost of the entire order. I try and look up the order on my phone in the app, and it just lets me click on each individual item in the order. It doesn't show me the entire order. It's really stupid. I don't like it. Check here. Looks like I've been charged properly. I still have $5 left on my Visa debit. I went to Best Buy. I ordered some Nanoleaf light things because they were on sale. I always buy stuff on sale whenever possible. But yeah, I ordered them online because they were out of stock, and I waited too long, unfortunately, until they were like I could only back order, and then they became in stock locally, but they were still on back order, so I canceled my order and just went and picked it up. It's weird though because it said the sale ended yesterday, and I looked today and it's like, oh, the sale's over, and now it's the regular price. But yeah, it's just check here. So I got $225.99 plus what's the? No, that's Best Buy. Sorry. So I need $232.54, and then the other Amazon charge. Is there no tax on that one? What? That's weird. That was the exact amount that it should be. Perfect. I got my rent paid for like June. I don't have to pay for June for my current apartment that I got evicted from because the landlord is moving in. And since the landlord is evicting us and moving in himself, he actually has to pay. Like if they were evicting for any other reason, like if they weren't moving in, they just wanted to have problems, or like they want to get a new tenant or whatever, they just give 2 months notice and that's it. But if they want to move in, or if they want to evict someone so that a family member or friend, you can't do it for friends. Wasn't an option on the government form. So like if you or a family member want to move in, you have to pay back the last month's rent. So I actually get that back, but I paid my rent for first partial month because it's going to be 3 weeks at my new place. They're taking the first week to paint and make it nice and everything, which I actually really appreciate because when I moved into this place, it needed a coat of paint, but I was in a rush to move in, and I guess they were in a rush to rent it out. So. And it's a shame because even though I was in a rush to get out of the last place, like I could have stayed a little bit longer, but my roommates were not good roommates. They're nice and friendly, but they're just not good roommates to live with. It was really gross. Like they were really messy. They'd let every single dish that they owned pile up in the kitchen, and they'd let it pile up in the sink so that like when I wanted to do my dishes, I would have to take their dishes out of the sink or do them for them. But they had like 10 times more dishes than I did. It was disgusting. And they had 2 cats, 1 litter box. And their cats were always, I had my cat, they were always trying to get into my room and use my litter box. And it was just disgusting. Like they wouldn't clean their cat's litter box until it was like just a solid chunk of like clumped urine. And I would, there's at least one occasion where I went out and I cleaned it for them because I was sick and tired of their cats being desperate to get into my room and to use a litter box that was actually being cleaned. It was fucking disgusting. Oh, and like whenever I like had cake or like baked cookies or anything, like I'd share them and whatnot. And there was one instance where like they had like a chocolate cake. It was like one of their birthdays, and they did not offer me a single piece, and they actually had like half a cake left, and they just left it sitting on the table. It got moldy, and I'm just like, what the fuck's your problem? Like, I fucking hate that. Like, horrible roommates or friends where it's like you're a wonderful roommate or friend to them, and they're just like treat you like shit. And then I think they even had the audacity to like trash talk me to like there's someone I worked with or like a friend I found out that like they knew the people I was living with and they're like, "Oh yeah, they said you were just weird and you hung around in your room all the time." Like, excuse me, I hung around my room all the time because it was the only like clean place in that apartment. Fuck, disgusting. Oh shit, H3 posted. I'm gonna watch it. So I'm gonna
When I was 16 years old, I had my first
10-minute video. I'm gonna throw it up on. That means I'm gonna have to switch over my speakers. So I'm actually gonna listen to this. It's make you guys watch it. Hopefully, like it's a good video. It's a little bit like my experience with the police. It could be a little bit of a narcissistic video where he's like trying to distract from everything that's going on. But if he's just adding his story and he like finishes it with like support for Black Lives Matter, then it's good. But the reason why I'm like mentioning like it might be like that is kind of narcissistic because like that's what my mom's like and it really fucking bothers me. Like every time I like talk to her about like a problem or something I'm going through, she's just like, oh well when I went through that or when I went through something similar, blah blah blah. It's just like me. It's just like fuck off. And she's always acting like I'm fucking an idiot. Like she's probably told me 5 times now, oh don't overfill the totes when you're moving. Oh, put heavy stuff into the smaller tote so it doesn't get full like a big tote full of heavy stuff. Like fuck off, mom. I'm not an idiot. I'm actually like super smart and she acts like I'm an idiot. It fucking bothers me. And like we'd have a nice relationship if she didn't treat me like that, but that's how she likes to treat me. I don't know if it's some weird sort of superiority complex and it makes her feel good acting like she's bigger and better than me. But so let's watch this video. While this is playing, I'm gonna be watching it, paying attention, and oh shit, I haven't seen Nuclear Winter. Shit, what the fuck? I'm subscribed to maybe not, not on my streaming channel, but I'm subscribed to him. I did not get a notification for this. Like, okay, I guess we got 2 videos to watch. Oh shit! No, wait, maybe shit. Did I see this? Maybe I saw it. Hold on. Maybe I saw it. Maybe it'll say I watched it on my other account. Never mind. Hold on a second. I only remember watching 2 of his videos though, so let's. World of EK from H3 Vape Nation. Oh yeah, I watched it. Okay.
Today I'm on a mission to rip the fattest vape. So I'm headed down to my favorite.
I just want to really quickly bring it up and remind myself of it.
Accuse Tony again of being a pedophile as a means of.
Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, you're talking about the catfishing thing where it's like Tony shouldn't be mad at me. Like, I apologize. It's like 2 years. If he's still getting called a pedophile, that's on him. But he was getting called a pedophile because ever since Keemstar called him a pedophile, there was someone who was catfishing him the entire time since then. And they're like, oh, well, now he actually is a pedophile because he was having, like, sexual relationships with, like, a 17-year-old. But, like, Tony showed his side of the conversation, and apparently whoever was catfishing him was 23 years old, so like it's a weird fucked up. But yeah, I saw that video. So we'll just watch the news. Oh, Keemstar. Okay, so I will switch my speakers. I'm gonna mute my mic while I watch this. I'm gonna Fuck, I got it. So I gotta mute the PlayStation too. Let's do that. We've got start drinking some wine, get myself ready for a match. So after watching this video, I'm gonna hop into a match. So you can see what I can see, so I will just full screen it here and play. And mute my mic, of course.
I was 16 years old. I had my first encounter with a police officer. I was drinking underage. I was drinking a beer on the beach, walking with a friend. And the officer, when he shined his bright light on us, I panicked. And when I was 16 years old, I had my first encounter with a police officer. I was drinking underage. I was drinking a beer on the beach, walking with a friend. And the officer, when he shined his bright light on us, I panicked and threw the beer in the bush, hoping he wouldn't see it. Of course, he did. He approached us and he said, "Why did you throw your beer in the bush?" And I said, "Well, I was trying to hide it." He said, "Grab the beer, pour it out, and just be on your way." And I thought, man, I really dodged a bullet. You know, drinking underage you can get in a lot of trouble for that. And I thought, hey, cops are pretty cool, you know? My second encounter with an officer was when I was 19 years old. I was stoned out of my mind, and I had a bong, I shit you not, 3 feet long in my trunk and an ounce of weed. And so when the cop pulled me over, I freaked out. I panicked. And I'd never been pulled over before. So I was on the freeway, and usually you're supposed to just pull over on the shoulder. I pulled off on the next exit. I drove for a moment looking for the next exit, went off the exit, drove for about 5 minutes into the parking lot of a fast food restaurant, which now I understand is a very shady thing to do because you're just supposed to pull over on the shoulder. So the officer approaches my window and he says, "Sir, why didn't you pull over immediately?" And I explained, you know, I'd never been pulled over before. I'm a new driver, and I was just nervous. So he took my license. He walked back to his car. He came back a minute later, and he said, "Sir, next time you get pulled over, pull over into the shoulder so that you don't concern the officer." And I said, "Thank you very much." And he let me go. And again, I was shitting bricks because I had an ounce of weed in a giant bong in the trunk, and I got away, you know. And I walked away thinking, man, you know, cops are really thoughtful, nice. I've had great experience with the police. But now I find myself wondering if the color of my skin was different, how would those two situations have played out? I mean, especially the second one where I had a bong and weed in my trunk and I took 5 minutes. I was on the freeway and I pulled off and I drove into a fast food parking lot. I mean, that probably looked really shady to the cop. George Floyd spent a counterfeit $20 bill and the police were called on him. And by all means, he probably didn't even know that the $20 was counterfeit. And the result of that call was that an officer held his knee on his neck for 9 minutes straight as he cried repeatedly he couldn't breathe. Onlookers pleaded with the police to let off him, that he was dying, that he was losing consciousness. 3 officers stood there and watched and let it happen as people cried and shouted and pleaded to just let him breathe. Even when he lost consciousness, for 3 minutes he kept his knee on his neck. He screamed out, "Mama." He screamed out for his mama in his final moments, a woman who had been already passed away. For a crime, by the way, that was less severe than anything I had committed. And then I think about Eric Gardner, who was selling loose cigarettes on the street of New York City, which is a legal thing to do. You can only sell them by the pack. They call them loosies, the one cigarette. He was selling one cigarette, and the police came and said, "You can't sell one cigarette, that's illegal." Now this escalated to the point of an officer putting him in a chokehold, him on his stomach, once again saying, "I cannot breathe," until he also, the life was snuffed out of him on film for a crime that was way less severe than any of the ones that I committed and walked away without even a ticket. I don't know why those two men were murdered and I was let off with not even a ticket. And I recently found out that young black children get a talking to from their parents like the birds and the bees, but about the police. They teach their kids that the police are dangerous and you have to be overly respectful and overly cautious when dealing with the police because they're dangerous. That's a talking to that all black children get, I learned. And that just blew my mind. I never even thought about that. I don't think my parents even entertained the notion of having such a conversation with me. I never even imagined having that conversation with my son, Theodore, who's now 1 year old. Now, the thing about George Floyd and Eric Gardner is that thanks to the fact that everybody has a video recorder in their pocket, we have irrefutable evidence that these men were murdered. But what if there was no video? What would the police report say? That they were threatened, that they thought he pulled a weapon, that he was resisting arrest, that he assaulted an officer? I mean, what would it say? The invention of this video camera that everyone's got in their pocket, that's relatively new. This has been going on for so long, and only now I feel like people can actually see it for what it is. How many people have been put away for resisting arrest or attacking the police? I mean, look, you guys have seen this video of them shoving this old man over who was just trying to return a police helmet to them. And you know how the police described that? He tripped and fell. And they wrote that.
Okay, I'm fucking pissed off. That's what that guy was doing. I thought he was having an argument with them. I thought he was like trying to get through to them about the whole Black Lives Matter movement. He was returning a helmet to them, and they shoved him. Oh, fuck. I wish that was information that was there in the articles in the comment sections that I was reading. That's insane. He was trying to return a helmet. Oh shit. We pay money Webby streaming. Pop in and see what he's doing for help to the match. Real quick, I got a Kijiji message. I think I got a... Shit, no, I got a notification that I got rid of by accident. Oh, no. Just to confirm, you're interested in both panels, or just... I got a couple of old LCD panels from some old laptops that I wanted to replace the screens, but I ended up one was like the screen wasn't broken. I can't remember what the other one was for. Yeah, so I posted both of them for $20 each, and some guys interested. I told him about a second one, and I said, like, if you want both, I'd sell them to you for $30 instead of $20 each. And he sounded interested, but then he's talking about a friend picking it up for him. So when he keeps saying it sounds like he just wants one. So I'm a little confused. I'm gonna keep watching the video here. Then that's insane, though. The guy was giving them back a helmet. That's just ridiculous. He wasn't arguing with them about the movement. He was trying to return their property, and they shoved him, and now he's in the hospital. That's insane.
Knowing
Sorry, mute my mic. That's why I was in OBS. I just wanted to visually confirm I was muting my mic.
It was taped. I came across this video of George Floyd and I thought it was a really powerful, beautiful message he was sharing. And I'd like to show it to you guys.
And just saw my homegirl Nikki from South Lawn lost her son, man. Our young generation is clearly lost, man. Clearly lost, man. Like, I don't even know what to say no more, man. Like, you youngsters just going around, just busting guns in crowds, kids getting killed, you know, and it's clearly the generation after us, man, that's so lost, man. You know, man, I came into Houston and the nigga told me, yeah, Floyd, that young nigga the truth, man, right there, because he could bust a gun. Man, I knew it was crazy. Then a nigga my age saying this here, man. You know what I'm saying? And condoning this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like half them young niggas shooting them guns go home and they knees shaking at night. But they don't show it to nobody because, you know, they ain't tough then. Hey, man, come on home, man. One day it's going to be you and God. You going up or you going down. You know what I'm saying?
Now, if you need proof that racism does exist, all you have to do is look in the comment sections. And I won't even bother to show you guys the absolute filth that you'll find there. But people would rather assassinate this man's character, would try to justify. Did somebody kneel on his neck for 9 minutes on film until he died? It's not enough that they killed him. Now, to justify it, they also want to try to assassinate his character. If you need proof that racism exists, just look at what people are saying about this man. I'm not surprised, though, when our president is tweeting out, when the looting starts, the shooting starts. When did the punishment for theft become death? What country is this? I don't recognize it, where theft is punished with death. And when this is a source of national outrage, when kneeling, a pacifistic sign of protest, is a cause for concern, then somebody tell me, when is the right time to protest? Do you know why he was kneeling? To protest police brutality. When people say Black Lives Matter, it blows my mind when I see people respond with all lives matter, because that's what they're saying. They're saying all lives matter. They're saying Black lives also matter. That's like if you have 20 houses in a neighborhood and one of them's on fire, and the fire department shows up and starts squirting water on all the houses, and you go, what are you doing? This house is on fire. We need to put the fire out. And the firefighter goes, well, all the houses matter. It's like, yeah, but that one's on fire. All the houses matter, but one of them's on fire. And I stand before you as a hypocrite, as somebody who has not always been on the right side of racial issues. I've said the N-word on my podcast, and I thought I used it in a context that made it okay. I look back on those clips with just embarrassment and shame. But sometimes a hypocrite is just a man in the process of changing. And I don't think that it's ever too late to change for the better. This website, 8cantwait.org, details how we can reduce police violence by 72% with some simple changes to police policies. If you want more literature, if you want to know how you can help, all the links are in the description. I will be donating $10,000 to Campaign Zero, which is behind 8 Can't Wait. And until everybody can enjoy the same luxury of being pulled over with drugs in your car and running from the police for 5 minutes and then pulling over into a fast food parking lot and not worrying about being killed, then we'll know that racism has truly ended. Until then, Black Lives Matter.
So it is Thursday.
Yeah, Philip DeFrago, shut up. Nobody wants to watch a video. Well, I don't want to watch a video. I used to like his videos, but the quality just used to like cover interesting topics. I don't know. A lot of respect for Ethan. Like, he's gonna get a lot of shit for that video. They're gonna be like, "Oh, you're just some idiot who's driving around with an ounce of weed and a giant bong," but people are gonna make fun of him for that. But he's got a valid point, and I was a little wary going into that video. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, before the video, is worried he might be a little bit narcissistic, just trying to make the whole what's going on about him. And I thought maybe he'd have some bad stories about the cops, but no, he has some good stories. Very good video. A lot of respect for him. Like, a lot of people are gonna think less of him now because of those things that he said, but he's got an important point. He's white, he's Jewish, but he still passes as white, and a lot of it's just really weird because like Jewish people these days are white, but like back when Jesus was alive, they were Middle Eastern. They had brown skin. Not sure how that happened exactly. Well, finish off my wine. Woo! Got a little nice buzz going through the rest of the night. Just drank the last of it, just nibbling on some cheese and counter the strong taste. So yeah, I don't know how many of these challenges I'm gonna get done from drinking, but I'll try my best. Dun, 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 dun. I'm plugging my phone too. I think the battery's been dying quicker since I got this Bluetooth adapter for my speakers. I always used to use my Bluetooth speaker before that, and my Bluetooth speakers, it's only like 2-3 years old, and I think it has a newer version of Bluetooth that has like a low power mode. This Logitech Bluetooth adapter's been around for, I don't know, like 6 years maybe. And I don't think if they've updated it and made like newer versions, they have not posted anything about it. Like, it's kind of weird how little information they give you about it. But yeah, so I've been noticing my battery's been dying a lot quicker since I started using it. I guess that's okay, because if I'm here using it, then I can always charge my phone at the same time. So we got 2 gains, 2,500 damage, 2 knockdowns as Wraith, and 6 kills. I should be able to get that. The only ones that I really like to change are assists. Set to ranks. Problem though is I'm pretty sure I can't actually tell if it's plugged into my computer or my PlayStation right now, so I'm going to mute it on my computer. Yeah, it's plugged into the computer. It'd be nice having the new setup, the new place. I got my new speakers. I'll be able to get rid of my little separate box that decodes Dolby, and at the same time, the new speakers have more inputs than my Dolby decoder box had. So I won't have to, like, I only have one optical in right now, and this new one will have 2 optical ins. So I won't have to swap the optical anymore. And then for the Switch, it can only output uncompressed surround sound, and unfortunately that cannot pass through my TV. And I thought, hold on, I'm just gonna get this. I thought maybe it's because my TV was older, but then I should have known this. Like, I've known this, I've read this before, but PCM or LPCM or whatever for uncompressed sound, optical and coaxial digital connections can only do stereo, and you need HDMI to transfer 5.1 or 7.1 uncompressed surround. So to get the uncompressed sound to my speakers, which is, it's basically a home theater receiver at this point, I need this little box that takes an HDMI signal, outputs the video, and separate. I don't know if if it keeps the audio in the HDMI as well, but it takes the audio and it puts it out to. There's a few options. I think there might be like optical or something, because it doesn't just do PCM, which is the uncompressed. It will do Dolby as well, sort of like the little box that I have right now, the little box that doesn't do surround sound uncompressed PCM because it doesn't have an HDMI input. But yeah, so it has 4 3.5 millimeter outputs, and my speakers now have 3 in for 5.1. 7.1 is the 4, and my new speakers also have the 3.5 millimeter jacks. And since I use SPDIF on my computer for surround, then I can just use the 3.5 millimeter input on my speakers with the switch using this little box that will separate the uncompressed surround sound. The only other way to get that uncompressed surround sound is to have a high-end home theater which has HDMI inputs. And since I don't, it's technically not a home theater system. It's a computer speaker system that's certified THX. It's like in between computer speakers and home theater, so it just doesn't have any HDMI input. So I need that little box, pretty much. So yeah, just get everything set up here. I need to turn on my speakers because I have Chatty going, so I should get a. Right, there we go. This is a little delayed. I get a little ding every time I get a message, so now I can look at the screen and respond right away, or maybe just like turn on the mic and just be like, sorry, I'm in the middle of a heated match, I'll get back to you soon. But either way, I know I get the message right away instead of replying to it like 10 minutes later after the person is long gone. So yeah, it's a good setup, and everything's gonna work out well at my new place. I thought I was gonna need, at first, I was gonna get a SPDIF, like optical audio to coaxial digital audio converter thing, because I thought like I could do PCM. Well, at first I didn't know if it was PCM. I just knew my TV couldn't do it. So, or no, that was when I still thought my TV could do it, because it would be from my TV optical out to this SPDIF to digital coax, and then the digital coax would go to my speakers. But since I need that other box with the HDMI input, I don't need that anymore. So I got the switch. I got a weird message on like Twitter. It's because like I tweeted that the switches were in stock at Walmart, and I waited till I got there to buy one because I wasn't gonna be like, Oh, hey everybody! Walmart website says switches are in stock. I'm headed over there. You should head over there too. I waited till I got it. And I was like, okay, yeah, now I got one. They're here. They're in stock. Someone messaged me. They're like, I got a brand new, and I think they said new, version 2 Switch, and they wanted to sell it for $320. Brand new, they're $399 plus tax. So that's too good to be true. It's like, what? You trying to sell me an older version one or something? Like, is it stolen? I don't know what's going on. But I already got the Switch, and I was just tweeting that they were in stock, and some guy's like, "Hey, I got a Switch for sale." I'm like, "What?" I didn't tweet that. I'm looking for fucking weird. But I'm looking forward to playing on the Switch. We got Mario Kart and Smash Bros on the way. It's a beautiful device. Just like setting it up and using a Nintendo device, it just the nostalgia came flowing back, and I'm just like, ah, yeah. Remember like Game Boy and Pokemon Blue, and those were the good. When I say those were the good days, it's like they were the exact same days as we have now. Like this is exact same shit going on, but I was a lot more naive and a little bit more enveloped in the whole awe and wonder of technology and whatnot. But yeah, it's a beautiful device. I haven't really taken a super close look at it. The right Joy-Con looks like it has an IR blaster, but the left one doesn't. Really weird. And so I gotta give credit where it's due. Bethesda has like Elder Scrolls Blades. It's a free game. It's pretty cool. There's Tetris 99, which is stupid because you have to buy DLC to play single player, and you can't play the multiplayer until you buy the Nintendo Switch Online. Which at least it's only $20. It's like $70 for PlayStation Plus. Fortnite, I tried Fortnite. Fortnite's pretty awesome. You don't need the Nintendo Online thing to play. I can't even. I got the Super Nintendo thing downloaded and the regular Nintendo thing downloaded, but I can't even look at the games they have available until I get the online thing, which is really stupid. Really fucking stupid. Like, I'm pretty sure being able to show us what we would have access to if we had the online thing would be more conducive or whatever the word would be towards us buying the online and whatnot. There's no Netflix. I got YouTube. Seems about the same as like PlayStation 4 or YouTube. I got some what's this news? What's new on Nintendo eShop? Games on sale. Outer Worlds is available. I already played that on PC. Pretty good. It's just not something that I'm super crazy about that I wanted to play to the end. I really only got the Switch so I could play Nintendo games like Mario Kart. I see there's a new Paper Mario coming out. That should be fun. I enjoyed the Paper Mario games on the Wii U and the Wii. And yeah, I just realized I switched from saying Mario to Mario. It's kind of weird, but I guess I don't know which one is the normal saying for me. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I'm really looking forward to getting some hours put in on this. It's a beautiful piece of hardware. Like it's a nice, sexy little tablet, and then you slide the controllers on. And I pray to God my controllers won't like crap out on me and get the drift super soon. So that's why I got like a pro controller right away. So I'm gonna mostly be playing dock on my TV. This is really fucking cool. And like I'm just thinking, like they've come so far since the Wii U, and if you think about it, it's good they didn't have any drift on the Wii U because you can't remove the controls. Like you can't on this. Can you imagine like if they had Joy-Con drift and like everybody had to send in their like main? I can't even remember what that control pad or whatever it's called. But yeah, it's weird. Like I just removed my little Joy-Cons and it's interesting. Could actually get used to playing games like this with two Joy-Con. Maybe I should try a quick Fortnite match, see what it's like. I'm good. I'm just fooling around with it. It's sleeping right now. I wonder if there's any advantage to like actually turning it. Is there? How do you turn it off? It's not even an option. It's just like sleep mode. That's weird because on the PlayStation 4, when you bring up the power options, like actually turn total shutdown Nintendo Switch. Oh, so it's like some hidden option where you actually have to hold down the power button. There you go. Power options gives you restart and turn off, and they're very adamant about hiding those for some reason. It's a very nice piece of hardware. Kind of sad that I'm not like younger and I don't have the vitality that I had and the energy to play like every game that I wanted to. Like now there's just more games than I have the energy to play. Kind of sad, but that's the reality of things. But I will enjoy the Switch. I'll have like Oh God, it's gonna be sick being able to play like Mario Kart and Smash Bros. On the go. Like I could never really do that with the Wii U. Okay, I think it's time for some Apex Legends. So my wine's all gone, but I think I'm slowly getting slightly more drunk, and eventually it'll just run out and wear off. But yeah, feeling pretty good. Hopefully, it will improve my gameplay rather than make it worse. Play some ranked. It's all good to go. So I'm just gonna mute the mic and get ready here and hop into the queue. So here we go. Mike's been on? What? Whoops. There goes my copyright claim. So before I start the match, I have to bring Jasper in. I'm sorry, I got really distracted doing a bunch of other things when I said, "Hey, I'm gonna start a match soon." But I'm gonna start soon. I just gotta bring Jasper in, and just take a moment. What the hell? You listen to some of the music I'm listening to for a while since I already accidentally left the microphone on. Actually, I'm gonna like this song on Spotify. Bring back the groove. Oh, it's hashtag bring back the groove. Actually, let's go back to the beginning. Oh, whoa. That's not the right song, right? No! I must have skipped forward. It won't let me skip backwards. There's a hashtag bring back the groove. Here it is. It's gonna be sick when I get my nano leaf lights going along to this. Alright, I should actually lower this. Alright, hold on. Time to play. Just reboot the mic. Sorry, you're gonna have to not be able to listen to music for a while.
Intelligence is a dying breed, but not today.
Remember me, friends. I may kill you.
Got a good feeling about this area.
It's just my skill. Can't help it, brother.
Okay.
You just got it handed to you, brother. Nice try.
Here we go. Ready up. First blood. Beginning ring countdown.
New kill leader appointed.
New kill leader. Watch for them.
Jarl says, WTF. Jusicon says, okay.
Checking for loot here. Optics here. Close range. Optics here. Close range. I have an extended sniper mag here. Level 1. Gotta hop up here. Choke. Ultimate accelerant here.
Let's go this way.
Gotta hop up here. Forget that. Standard stock here. Level 2. Unlock here. Optics here. Close range. Might be something good this way. Setting a portal. Portal placed.
Lucky us, we are already inside the ring.
I'm gonna check over there for loot.
Optics here. Close range.
Barrel stabilizer here. Level 2.
Attention. Delivery care package.
They dropped the care
Shield
package.
cell here. People have been through here.
Who's ready to fly on a zip line? I am.
Hopefully there's good loot over there. On my way. Keeping an eye on that spot over there. Got a feeling someone's been here.
Put your eyes on the current.
Enemy over there. Listen, I'm moving in with some enemies there.
Backing out of my throne. I'm good to go. Do you see the map? We're spread out quite far.
Contact with target.
All right.
Someone's been there. Supply bin there.
Target spotted.
Copy that. I think there's a trap around here.
Pitching into my eye in the sky. I'll let you know. Get ready. It's zipline time. Understood. EMP protocol initiated.
Hostile over there. Let's explore this way.
Hostile over there.
Copy that. Punching a tunnel.
Hostile spotted. Target spotted. Forget that.
Portal placed. watch for them. Patching myself up.
Holy shit, they were just relentless. I just stood no chance. And this guy's just flying around in his drone.
Jusicon says, stop heading behind your drone. Jarl says, L2P.
Yeah, learn to play, because going to the respawn banner and trying to respawn my teammate is something that you shouldn't do.
Jusicon says, you first.
What's he gonna say? What's he gonna say?
Jarl says, welcome.
If you don't want to better get back in the ring.
Welcome.
Enemy agent right here.
Jusicon says, okay.
Here we go. Like, is you fucking
Jarl
kidding me?
says, you.
I didn't even hear what he said. Learn to play? I got fucking annihilated by two fucking relentless people. I stood no chance. I'm sorry. There's no learn to play in that situation. What a piece of shit.
Jarl says, nub.
Getting my eyes in the sky.
1 minute. Ring's pretty close.
Jusicon says, toxic Battimate.
45 seconds.
Executing reboot. Backing out of my drone. I'm good to go. Get ready. It's zipline time. Enemy agent right here. Arc star out. Switching to drone view. We are all outside. I am taking fire, friends. Care package coming in. Backing out of my drone. I'm good to go. Using
Ring's not far.
I'm back. Logged off my drones.
Ring's not too far. 45 left.
Reloading.
Healing up. Eyes are open though. We took out the kill leader. Good choice.
Someone destroyed my drone. Look out, grenade! I am repairing myself.
Extended sniper mag here. Level 3.
Reloading. I'm down.
Optics here. Close range.
Enemy taken down.
10 seconds. The ring's close. Throwing arc star.
Wow.
1 second. We got this.
Jarl says, broke both.
The ring's moving, friends.
You got it.
Using grapple. Give me a second. Fixing up. Recharging my shields.
Round 5. Beginning ring countdown.
Adding an extra pair of eyes.
I think someone's targeting me.
1 minute before I am taking fire, friends. Hostile spotted. Getting shot at. Lost my drone. Giving my shield a recharge. Great. The ring is close. Let's get ready. Hold on. Shield recharging. Zipline deployed.
We're close to the ring. Another squad's attacking. Focus.
Switching to drone view. Watch my back.
Recharging my shield. One's jumping. 10 seconds to the ring. It's close at least.
Backing out of my drone. I'm good to go.
You're in view of the enemy. Whole squad's down.
Target over
We made
there.
the right choices.
This is the last squad. 정신 차려.
You are the Apex champions.
Jusicon says, ho snoob now.
Probably the worst guy on the team. Like, trash talking the whole fucking game. Being an annoying piece of shit. And fucking one match. Sniping. After drinking some wine. Oh, I need to learn how to play. Oh, God. Oh. I got my 2 knockdowns as Wraith. Got an Apex pack. So that was fun, Wraith, but I'm gonna retire you, switch over to my main Loba, because I love loot. So I gotta play one more game, 3 more kills, lots more damage. I don't have to get all the challenges, like in my weekly. I got 3 days left to get 3 more, and I can easily get 1 here, so like 2 challenges tomorrow tops. So I don't know how many more rounds I'm gonna play. It's only 10, 12. It is getting to be 10, 12. It's kind of late. Probably go to bed a reasonable hour. I gotta do more organizing tomorrow. I did a wonderful job on my deep fryer today. It was pretty disgusting. I had to use a fork to get the crap out of the basket. Used that in a steel wool scrubby. Almost spotless. Pretty close. It's pretty damn good. It's fine for me. Yeah, so I have to go through my closets tomorrow, finish organizing, and I'm also starting to get my totes to start packing stuff up. So I want to finish my organizing and start packing. So then I have tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday to pack. I could start moving in some stuff on Monday. I think I actually will. If I have stuff ready to go, I'm going to be like, yo, Daddy-o, with your car, drive my, help me move some stuff over. That way, once all the movers do their thing with like the big furniture and whatnot, I'd rather have most of the other stuff moved before than after. It's pretty awesome that I'm on schedule. I haven't been going like super crazy with like packing and organizing. Taking it easy because of my back. It's not hurting me right now. Like if I don't know, maybe the alcohol's blocking it. No, I can feel it a little bit. But yeah, earlier today it was hurting a lot. Laying down. I find like if it hurts a lot, I just go lay down, maybe take a nap, and then when I wake up, the pain's a lot better. So laying down seems to help it. And I'm thinking, I was initially thinking like when I was telling the guy that like it was hurting when I was upright, I was thinking because of like gravity, like in my spine, like thinking it's just 100% because of my spine. He just like took it a totally different direction that I thought was kind of dumb because like I've never had any problem with my arches like hurting or anything. It's like, oh, maybe you got something wrong with your feet. Maybe like your arches, like maybe you got like flat feet, or maybe your arches are too high or something. Like serious to do. It's like they're acting like it's anything but a herniated disc. And like I guess apparently according to someone on Reddit they can diagnose it without an MRI. So that's really hopeful, positive, uplifting news or information for me. So I'm hoping I go to physiotherapy and tell the guy, be like, look, my doctor seems to think it's some sort of muscular stuff, but like I know what like pulling a muscle on my back feels like. This is not it. It's something with my spine. I think it's like a herniated disc. But because it's not going down into my legs, my doctors don't think that's what it is. But like that's not a symptom all the time of a herniated disc. So yeah, I hope my physiotherapist, maybe my physiotherapist will be better than my doctor. It's pretty bad. Not to like to act like physiotherapists are lesser. It's a lesser profession or anything, but like to be a doctor, you have to have your MD or whatever. I don't know if you need that for physiotherapists, but that's not to say that a physiotherapist can't do a better job than a doctor. Like, not all doctors are great, unfortunately. kind of get that feeling with mine. Fortunately, like back when I don't know, it was like 18, 19, or 20, like super young when like I got my very first like ingrown hair or boil or I don't even know. It could be a boil from something other than an ingrown hair, but I started getting boils on my inner thighs, and like I went to my doctor about it, and he did fuck all for it. He's just like, oh, just make sure you're washing down there when you're showering. I'm just like, I am. I shower every day. I use soap down there. Like I don't know what else you want me. Like he didn't tell me to get like antibacterial soap or anything. He was just a fucking piece of shit. No offense. uh, but yeah, like it eventually got worse as I got older. Like there's something called, I think it's carbuncle or whatever. It's basically when you have multiple boils that are like connected, and I have stretch marks on my inner thighs. Unfortunately, I have stretch marks all over my body. Like I have them in my armpits and on my hips and shit. Because I had like an insane growth spurt, I guess. So I got all these stretch marks. And so like I got like one boil, and I don't know if it like just spread through a stretch mark and then started in another spot, or if like it was two separate ones and they joined up later. But like yeah, it's gross. But I feel like maybe with like a good doctor, it could have been prevented. But since he was a dick and just told me to do what I was already doing, it got to the point where it is. Everyone's like, when you compare Canadian healthcare to American healthcare, it's like, oh, it's great. Like, we got universal healthcare. Our healthcare still sucks. You compare it to Europe and like benefits and like minimum wage and stuff. Like, some countries in Europe are amazing, and Canada is very far behind. But just because we're right next to the U.S., which it's really sad to say, is it's one of the worst first world countries. Might be the worst, hands down. I wouldn't be surprised. But since we're their neighbor, they help make us look good. So we don't have to try as hard because we get a pass because it's so easy to look good next to them. I'm not a huge fan of how the world is. I love the quote from like Futurama. I don't want to live on this planet anymore. You get even more sci-fi. You could be like, I kind of wish I lived in a. Sorry, I got to text my dad. So he's gonna drop off some totes before he goes groceries. So play one more match for sure. Hopefully I got like 3 more kills, and, like 1100 damage, and then bam, that's it for my challenges. But yeah, I don't know if I'll play more than one match. Still haven't heard back from my manager at work. Just to make sure that email went through. They emailed around lunchtime. Maybe they had the day off. I hope there's not like something going on where like it's gonna take too long for my back to get better. So they're like, oh, even though we said your job's waiting for you, it's not gonna be anymore. Oh no. Like I'm sure there could be a handful of reasons why they wouldn't be waiting for me. So then like really being a bad guy. Yeah, it went through. I sent it 3 minutes before 1 p.m. I also sent my new address because I'm moving, and I don't know if she could do it herself, but I asked her to forward it to someone who handles like employees' addresses and the files, employee files and whatnot. And of course, if she can do it herself, she'll just do it herself instead of forwarding it. Like, I don't really need to explain, tell her how to do. Like, she can figure it out on her own. Okay, I might run to the washroom. I gotta pee a little bit. All the wine. Also starting to get a little thirsty. Drink a little apple juice. So yeah, one more match, I think. Three days until I get my keys for my new place, and I'll probably move a few small things in at this rate, and then 3 days, and then 4 days until I actually move in. And then move in and start emptying this place completely, and I'll clean, and then I'll do a little touch up on the drywall, and then I don't know if I'll paint, because I'll ask him like if he wants me to bother like getting like paint that matches, painting the areas that need paint, or if like a primer will be enough, because maybe he'll want to like paint after they do all the renovations and whatnot. But yeah, there's a few like dings in the wall. There's a hole where I'm ashamed to admit it. I went to bang on the wall because like I was getting annoyed with my neighbors just going insane with the noise. I tried to bang on the wall with my foot, and like I think I just tried to like stomp on it once, and it just went immediately through like a shitty weak wall or something. I got it. I got some like plaster stuff filled in there. Like I just have to sand it down. I don't know if I have enough in there. Like it might have shrunk a little bit. I might need to apply more after I sand it down if it's not flush with the rest of the wall. But there's that, and there's a couple spots in the bathroom where there's just a little bit of moisture damage from my air conditioner being in there. And, I didn't do that on purpose. Like I used to have my air conditioner right next to where I'm sitting right now, and it was there for like 2-3 years or whatever until the current tenants moved in. And the previous two tenants were fine. They weren't super nice. They'd be on the deck and like have company over and be like having conversations and stuff, and it'd never be a problem. And then like fucking single mom Elizabeth moves in, and she acts like it's a fucking zoo, and they're like quoting like noise bylaws to me, which were apparently for like kids like playing in like playgrounds and stuff, like 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Like there's no 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. for like regular noise that a person makes. There's 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. for noises that like if your TV makes, or like your stereo system, anything electronic falls into that category. You can turn it on at 7. You should turn it down or off at 11. Otherwise, you're breaking the bylaw. But as for my situation, I talked to the police, and they tell me like if your neighbors are making it so you can't sleep, even if you like have your dehumidifier or something running, and like you have like white noise playing on speakers, and you have earplugs in, and none of that helps, you're still being woken up, that's excessive noise, and that's illegal 24/7. But yeah, so there's the electronic noise, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. I'm pretty sure there's 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. like for kids playing on playgrounds. But my front door and my massive window that I sleep behind is not a playground. It would be treated legally when it comes to like the noise bylaw. It'd be treated exactly the same as like a front door or windows of any other apartment. Like if I was in a big apartment building and I had a small bachelor apartment, and like kids were like constantly every single day running and stomping past my front door and screaming and shrieking, they would get evicted from the building. But not this building. The property manager is a piece of shit. Like when it all first started happening, and like I complained, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll try and be quieter," and they clearly weren't really trying. Like it was bullshit. And then like it's like I have no choice but to call the cops. Like if it continues, it's like it's excessive. Like I can't sleep. At that time, I think I was working at a kitchen, so I was like working till like 2 a.m. in the morning. And when you work till 2 a.m., you can't come home and go to bed at 3 a.m. It takes a little time to wind down and fall asleep. It's like if you work 9 to 5, you know, the sun's still up, but could you come home and go to bed at 6 p.m.? And maybe if you didn't sleep the night before and you're exhausted, but like on a normal basis so that your neighbors could be noisy whenever the fuck they want. No, you couldn't do that shit. And yeah, a good property manager would have dealt with the noise. Maybe she could have got a decibel meter and like see how loud they're actually being. Like she could have gave it to me and like I could have kept it going and like taken pictures at certain times of the day when they were being noisy or so. I don't know how it would have fucking worked. But legally and professionally, she had an obligation to do something and she didn't. And it's fucking weird because I was talking to the guy who lives in the apartment above the two on the ground floor, and he was saying she offered him, the property manager offered him a new place at one of the other properties that she manages because the landlord of this property is going to move in, take it over, and make it his home. And that's fucking weird because I've caught him on numerous occasions smoking in his apartment, and that's against the lease. And I'm talking like cigarettes, not like weed. Like weed doesn't fucking cling to shit, but cigarettes cause smoke damage. He's been doing it like nonstop. And I keep like walking around outside and just smell it. And I like look and like no one's smoking anywhere. I look up, his windows are open. That's the only fucking place it can be coming from. He's fucking doing that. They're like, oh yeah, you come, you take a unit at the other place. And me, because I've complained about them breaking the law with the noise, they fucking hate my guts. And they wouldn't even like tell me what was going on with the eviction. I thought it was just some bullshit because of the drama that had just happened with the neighbor and the noise. Like I thought like they're just evicting me because I don't know, maybe fucking Elizabeth went to the fucking landlord and it's like, oh, he's threatening me. I'm gonna move out if you don't evict him or something. Like I don't know. Like, that's what happens when the property manager drops off an eviction notice with no explanation, doesn't answer me until like 3 p.m. in the afternoon, and she's just like, it's the first day of the month. I'm busy. I can't explain. I'll just forward this to the property manager. It's fucking weird because in the 4 or 5 years or whatever that I lived here, she and the person before her that was property manager were adamant to never, ever fucking contact the landlord. He didn't want to talk to me. And like I complained about the first property manager on one occasion, and she was like, "Oh, don't do that. Don't talk to him." And I also complained about the new property manager too, and she said the exact same shit. She's like, "Oh, if you have any problems, you just go straight to me. You can't talk to him." It's like, but if you're doing a horrible job, if you're not doing your job, how does going to you and complaining more? How is that supposed to help? How am I not allowed to go to your boss when you're not doing your job? Like it's just nonsense. Like what the fuck? Oh yes, I'm gonna run to the washroom and then do one more match. If I do really well or feel like continuing to play, I might do 2 matches. Even though earlier I said it was just gonna be 1 match, but I don't know. I'm not as drunk as I thought I could be. So. I could do 2. We'll see what happens.
champion.
I never say die. I fight until it hurts. Trust me, we want to land over here.
I want your heart. I can slice it up for a snack.
I'm the Jump Master.
Hey, come back
I
if
am
you're ever looking
honored.
for a Mirage à Trois. That's where you fight 3 of me at once.
Let's go!
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
The enemy is here. Adversary near me.
We have a new kill leader. I can't wait to
Need assistance here.
Don't drive in position.
This one's hurt. Hold on. My synapses are firing again. Thank you. Healing my wounds. Healing my wounds. I need help. One minute until the ring closes. It'll take a while to get there.
Longbow DMR. Havoc rifle here.
Got an extended sniper mag here. Level 3. Ring's not close, and we've only got 45 seconds. Taking a moment to heal up.
Enemy traps here. They thought they were clever. Reloading. Enemy down.
Dark. Find Need some loot. Heading over there. Never mind.
Attention. Delivering care
Keeping an
package.
eye out right here.
Care package on the way. I like the sound of that.
here. Armor point. Backpack here. Level 2. Dibs. Somebody's been here. Activating jump drive. Gotta hop up here. Hammer point. Merci. Fence in position. Let's go here. I'm fencing. Somebody's been here. Forget it. Reloading. Opening fire. We got this. Setting a portal. Look over here. Throw my grenade out. I've been down. They're shooting at me. Just starting up their shields.
Oh, that was a crazy match. There's squads everywhere. I feel like playing another one. So here we go. How do we do for challenges? -2 RP, that kind of stuff. Wraith, Gibraltar, a gun skin. 18 games is them. Played Watson purely by accident. I just didn't press X on Pathfinder in time. That's fine. It was pretty good. Just need 2 more kills, more damage. I don't know if I'll get those this next round, but this one probably be my last. I'll just save those. That's the R301. Kind of cool for a boring, non-moving skin. Well, maybe I can get a match as Loba. Maybe I'll keep playing until I get Loba before I call it a night. I'm mad. That person who did not choose anyone during the beginning choosing period was just like AFK or whatever and automatically chose Loba and they were before me. I was like, I was going to choose Loba. I even like had my marker on Loba so like it showed that I wanted Loba. He wasn't happy with that. Someone's got a nice balcony. But they never had a backyard, so they went crazy with their balcony. It shows like a before and after. They just had a bunch of empty pots to probably put all their plants in. And then they got like a nice little love seat couch or something. And a Moose Crossing Canada sign. It's in Toronto. And like a rack for plants and stuff. A bunch of nice lights and a rug. It looks really cozy. And it's the cozy place to subreddit, so I love upvoting that. I hate seeing like cozy places. It's like big, super expensive apartments. Like, okay, what the hell? Why am I getting pay money wubby status thing in my chat? Because I joined that before. It's probably I don't know, weird. It's got like a weird notification for. I think he like changed the title of it or something. Let's before I hop into the next match, let's just check and see how Pay Money Wubby's doing. Pay Money Wubby. So you watch that. I'm gonna mute it and then just watch it on my phone. That way I don't have to switch around my mic. I was playing chat.
Okay, I think this is the right one. Yep, there she is. 1 second. I have a question for you. Mew, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I lost a bet the other day, and I want to know what you think about it. So, chat, I promised chat the other day that I would show them my... do you know what the word gape means? To gape something?
Gape?
Yeah.
No, not really.
Okay. We're gonna move past it. But you've been watching the stream, right?
No, I haven't seen the stream since today, actually. Since Joss mentioned it.
I mean today, though. Today. You've been watching today.
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
cool.
I have.
So, you understand that you're playing chess right now for $100.
Yes.
Okay. So, we're good to get started then. So all you have to do is beat me. Have you played chess? Are you good at chess?
I'm okay at chess, so...
Okay. All right. Am I muted? I'm definitely... Okay, cool. She can't hear me. So we got this shit. Boys. I'm terrible. I'm terrible at chess. Okay, here we go. Eye tracker? No. All right, here we go.
I can hear you.
Did she just have the stream open in another tab and hear everything he said when he muted her on the call? That's hilarious.
It's your move. Mute.
Okay, it's my move.
Hold on. You can hear me now, right? Ha, you can't, you bitch. Okay. So chat, help me move. Let's cheat. Let's cheat. How do I do this? What can I do to win? Give me call outs. Wait, do you have the stream open?
Ah! Do you have the stream? Yeah. Oh, he called her a bitch.
Sorry.
What an asshole. What a piece of shit. I'm not gonna keep watching this. Like, I'll be like, wow, Webby, you called her a bitch. You fucking idiot. Jesus. Just resign. Give her the.
What are these openers? I don't know how to play. It's been so long.
You suck.
Jazz? Do you like jazz?
I'm telling him to resign. Okay, this is wow. What a loser. He's like calling her a bitch and like trying to cheat, and she's just like, yeah, I got the stream open. Oh my god, what a I kind of want to play. Let's play a quick round of chess. I don't know if it'll work with my browser. My name is Justin. Oh god. Can I do the same shit on my phone that I play on my phone? This is a blitz one, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Watch this. I'm gonna move it here. I got his knight. See what he does. Where do I go back and forth? Oh, here we go. I move that. Ooh, fight. Cool, I got pawns here. So I'm gonna go here. And then move. Oh, holy shit. Okay. Probably gonna get my ass kicked here. I'm 2 moves away from checking him. If my knight can go like here and then here, and then no one can really attack. There, yeah, let's do it. What are all these bars? What is this shit? I don't understand. It's too high tech. What is this crap? Oh, I can't check his king anymore. I could take the knight and lose my bishop. And why not? Sacrifices gotta be made sometime. Oh, what you can do now? I'm gonna take your bishop, and you can't fucking do shit right now. How do you like that? How do you like that? You can. My mic's still on, right? Oh shit! You can't even see what's going on. Sorry. I got some chess. Oh, they moved their queen. Really? Thanks. Did they not know my knight could do that? Like, should I take the queen or should I take the bishop? Like, what? Oh shit, you're gonna take my queen. Oh no, what am I gonna do? Maybe I'll just, maybe I'll just, here. Yeah. What do we got? Plus 10. I'm kicking some serious ass. It gave me their queen. Yeah, I'll just leave that there for now. It gave me their bishop. I'm totally going here. Take your rook, bruh. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You're gonna do that? Okay. Oh shit, maybe we shouldn't take the rook. Yeah, then buy back queen. Except draw? No. Fuck that shit. You're kidding me, right? Draw? LOL. Let's do, get this guy out into the game. Accept the draw. Plus 13. Hey, I got your one pawn and your bishop. You got 2 pawns, a bishop, a knight, and a queen of mine. Do you want to draw? Not at all, bro. Oh god, how am I gonna get out of this? I don't know. Actually, yeah, he's gonna take my fucking... Wherever I move it, his bishop's gonna take me. So... Question what to do here. I say let him take the knight, because wherever I move it, the bishop's going to take. If I move it here, bishop takes it. There, bishop takes it. Here, bishop takes it. Let's get, well, actually, let's try that. See what happens. Oh, it's the amount of time. That's what the bar is at. Okay, what did you do? Seriously? Okay. Oh shit. I didn't see. Okay, reconnect. Yeah, that was really bad, me losing my queen. I still got like a good lead here. Yep, that's alright. And taking pawn. Yep, there he goes. I don't know why not. There you go, bro. What are you gonna do now? You gonna take that pawn? Probably take that bishop. Oh! You can take that bishop. What are you gonna do? What you gonna do? I've used a lot more time than him too. That's not good. Ooh. damn it. Yeah, why not? What are you gonna do now? You gonna save your rook? You gonna take my knight? What you gonna do? Oh yeah, take me. Bye rook. Still +4. You gonna take my pawn? What's he gonna do? Taking his time. Oh, snap. Save your rook. Bruh. What you gonna do, bruh? Save that rook, bro. If I take his rook, I lose my bishop, but that's really price thing. So here, and then take his pawn. Unless if he does something I have to respond to. So I could take this pawn easily without losing anything. Trying to catch up to me in time. You're gonna take my bishop. You're gonna sacrifice your rook. You're gonna run away. So I don't know what he's gonna do next, but I'm moving my bishop here. I can either take his pawn. Oh, shit. Yeah. So I can either take his pawn or his rook. Might have to move my rook here to block this pawn from turning into a queen or whatever the fuck he wants to make out of it. Okay, so you're fucked. What you gonna do? When they come for you, bad boys, though. Ran out of time too. Ooh, touche. That was a quick check, though, but he doesn't really have much of an advantage right now. Yep, there goes my shit. Oh, here he comes. He's going to turn around. Oh, shit, I'm in check. There we go. Bye-bye, pawn. Let's move my rook. Oh. Move this rook here. And then this one here. C. Shit. Oh, fuck. Bye-bye. Forgot. I didn't even notice he could do that. My bad. Oh, he's got +1. Oh, no! What if he runs? I haven't run into the situation where they ran out of time, but they have a positive number next to their pieces that they've taken. So I don't know if they lose, even though they've taken more pieces. So maybe we'll find out. What should I move next? This guy. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. I didn't see it. Only got a minute 10 left. I don't think he can win in that amount of time. Okay. Yeah, let's go fine. Three, 6, 5, 3, 4, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2. Ooh. What am I gonna do? Maybe this. 22, 21, 20, 19. Oh, it's down to the decimal point. He's screwed. Oh, wow. What am I gonna do here? No. No. Oh, 11 seconds left. Oh no. What am I gonna do? She's just moving really fast, trying to keep this timer down. Out of time, bro. What are you gonna do? We have my king and you're checked. Ha! That's what I thought. Awful. Okay. Time for some Apex Legends. One more match, maybe? I wish I had some more pizza. That was really good. Thin crust, Little Caesars. So, I just want to see if there's like any special instructions, because I want to ask them to cut it like a normal pizza next time. I did not like how they cut it, but it was still delicious. Probably even, yeah, they're open till 12. Okay. More if I really wanted to. There's no way to add special instructions, so I'd have to like call in or something if I wanted to cut normally.
Need something? I'm sure we can come to an agreement. Introducing your champion.
Come by Casa de Octane for a cold one.
I'm the jump master. You're falling for me already. I bet that's a good spot. Woman's intuition. Eyes on the prize. Extended heavy mag here. Level 2.
It's go time.
Setting up shop. You are coming home. Setting up shop. Just an idea. Remember who hooked you up. I've got your back. Never mind.
Standard stock here. Level 2.
I need a hop up.
Energy ammo here.
I need an extended sniper mag.
Sniper stock here. Level 2.
I'll take that.
Rings close.
45 seconds and it's far. I mean, I'm still good.
Optics here. Sniper.
Zipline here. Love these things. Standard stock here. Level 3. Help keep that target centered.
Business.
It's go time!
You are coming home with me tonight.
Warning. In progress.
Moving. Hustle up. Standard stock here.
Thanks, beautiful.
Level 3.
Standard stock here. Level 2. R301 here.
Let's check out this area. Care package being delivered.
Ooh, care package on the way. I like the sound of that.
Oh, that's gonna kick!
Body shield here. Level 2. Extended heavy mag here. Level 3. Shotgun bolt here. Level 3.
Mira, treasure pack over here.
Jump drive set. Shield battery here.
I need it. Let's check out here. Healing. Watch my back.
Shield battery here. Optics here. Sniper. Backpack here. Level 2. Knockdown shield here. Level
I'll
2.
hop up here. Double tap trigger.
Jump drive.
Sniper stock here. Mira, found shotgun ammo. Compadres, heavy. Anybody need energy ammo?
I bet we'll find something good here.
Close range.
Hop up here. Hammer point. Optics here. Mid-range.
Round 2. Beginning ring countdown.
I need it. Someone's been there. I doubt there's anything good left. Supply bin there. Supply bin there. Jump drive activated. Treasure pack here.
Over there.
New kill leader? Interesting. Yes.
Hey, we got a care package here.
Yes.
Gotta hop up here. Skull piercing. Increases headshot damage. Love these things. Looks like this area's been compromised.
Jump drive in position.
We're already inside the ring? Damn. I could've used a good run.
Care package being delivered.
Ooh, I feel good about this care package. Shall we?
Kill leader eliminated.
Don't slow down now. Only 2 other squads left.
Beginning ring countdown.
Tossing jump drive.
We're already in the ring. Running circles for fun.
Enemy there. Taking fire.
Peacekeeper here. Double timing it.
Recharging shields. I need help.
Oscar, they're shooting at me. Getting health back. Charging up my shields.
God damn it. How much damage did I do? I didn't do too bad. Not enough. Let's do at least one more.
We're going to do beautiful things together.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I am afraid. I'm really afraid. Just kidding, nothing scares me.
This is your champion.
I never say die. I fight until it hurts. I like that one. I'm the jump master. Don't worry, I'll take care of you. I bet that's a good spot. Woman's intuition. Eyes on the prize. Jump drive in position.
Reloading. Round one. We're inside the ring. Got the positional advantage. First blood. Days like this.
Let's do some shopping.
Reloading.
Extended heavy mag here. Level 2.
Off the mark. Spotted. Pop and smoke.
Let's see what we have over here. Don't drive out. We're scattered, boys and girls. Come on, I don't bite.
Champion out. 1 minute. Rings nearby.
Extended heavy mag here. Level 3.
I need an extended light mag. Hop up here. Precision choke.
Rings next door. 45.
New kill leader appointed. Ooh, we have a new kill leader. I can't wait to meet them. We've got 30 seconds to be somewhere else if we don't want to get cooked. Extended heavy mag here. Level 3. Knockdown shield here. Level 2.
10 seconds. The ring is basically knocking on the door.
Extended light mag here. Level 2. Don't drive in position. Time's up and we're not in the ring. Move now. Someone's already been through here. I don't do hand-me-downs.
Evo shield here. Level 1. Opening fire.
Let's go here.
And bam goes the boozle. Ha. Oh boy.
Awesome jump drive.
Using the decoy escape.
Let's do some shopping.
Check out this area.
Giving my shield to recharge.
Don't mind if I do.
Bam goes the boozle.
Knockdown shield here. Level 3. Someone's been here. Keep an eye out.
I think this place needs a little more. Target's right in front of me.
Yes.
Well, hopefully I got my damage in.
Already inside the ring. Nice.
I only need one more kill. I don't think I'll bother to really wrap the stream up here. Okay, so I think that's it. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.